Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Trauma Drinker, where we heal the pain behind the pour with myself, Romeo Jones. It's such an honor to be here with you all and to share this journey with you. I've been looking back in some of my old videos, and it's literally a video journal, and it is just amazing to watch this journey unfold, even for myself. And I hope and I pray that if you find yourself here, that this this channel can have some of that effect on you in terms of it's possible, you all. If I could put that bottle down, I'm telling you, I truly believe anyone can. Um, what's that deciding factor? It's one thing and one thing only, if you ask me. You gotta reach that point of being sick and tired of being sick and tired. Just like my great uncle Sandy told me back in 2016, bringing in 2017, which was my life was took major shifts in 2017 in regard to my relationship with alcohol. But look, we got two things that we work on this channel, right? The trauma and the drinker. Well, I haven't mastered it, but I have the tools for sure to master alcohol, and it is This Naked Mind by Annie Grace. If you watch my videos, one consistent thing you will see is Annie Grace and This Naked Mind. The technology that she has put, the research and everything into this program is astronomical. It's just, it's what the world needs right now if you want to beat alcohol. I'm telling you, it's the fastest path, okay? And whether you're broke or you have the money to invest in the path, all right? At the time of this recording, I believe the path is $297 a month. And if you pay for it up front, you'll save two payments and you'll pay $29.97. But even if you can't afford that, right? There was points in my life where I was drinking where I could afford the path, but I couldn't afford to pay attention to the path, right? Because of those devastating effects of being in the alcohol trap. You follow me? But what makes this program so different is that in traditional recovery models, do you know what that is? That's a 24-hour behavior based goal, right? And when you hit 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 6 months, 1 year, you get a new token. And I have used this model to recover. I didn't feel very empowered. I even remember meeting a guy at a meeting I had sold a car to, and he was a great client that I had. We both enjoyed each other. He even referred me his wife, and I sold her a car. And I'm like, whoa, hey, I didn't know you were here, Mike. You know what I mean? Well, of course not, man. Hey, I didn't know you were struggling with that. He's like, yeah, I've been sober 16 years. 16 years you've been sober, and you still come here and you know, my name is Mike, and I am an alcoholic. I am a diseased individual. I am powerless. I didn't agree with all that. What my heart agreed with and my soul agreed with naturally was the community of everyone coming together with a common goal of this alcohol thing ain't serving me. And I know it was never serving me. I was able to convince myself that it was for a long time. But now I'm kind of here and I've arrived at the point where this ain't serving me. My girl don't want me. My job, they ready to be done with me, but I'm profitable to them, so they want to work with me. But I didn't agree with everything in it. Now this is an alive rock. And this is from Annie Grace. And if you get the path, you're gonna get your Desire Rewire toolkit. And this emotion-based goal will be inside. Now you can make this goal whatever you want, but this Alive Rock is an emotion-based goal. And listen, I know that that's a lot. And again, this is about the trauma, not the drinker and the poor, right? But the trauma and the healing. But we've got that. But listen to me. Today makes 32 weeks, y'all. 32 weeks ago, I said enough is enough. And I had all the data that I needed to say, I know how to get alcohol free. Now I'm about to be free from alcohol for the rest of my life like I was 16. The only difference is at 16, I had never experienced the alcohol trap. I had never experienced addiction the way that I did. Excuse me, now that I'm 35 years old. So I have a different respect for it. But nonetheless, at 35, without desire, there is no temptation. I don't wake up in the morning thinking, wow, I am 5 years eggplant free. It just doesn't happen. And I have a recipe that will get us there. Okay, boom, that's that. Let's talk about the trauma. Okay, as you all, if you don't know, I'll just share this with you briefly. My trauma is rooted in childhood. Okay, my mother was a baby having babies. My father was abusive to my mother, so she, they divorced when I was like 1 or 2 years old. They got married because my great grandparents insisted on it, and let's just say, life was lifing. So was life. Okay. Um, this book right here, "The Narcissist in Your Life," and Julie Hill, was monumental. And before, even when I was still in darkness, this book was a glimmer of hope. And now that I've been able to put some pieces of this puzzle together, like becoming free from alcohol, I can really attack this trauma thing the way that it needs to be attacked and addressed and come out better because of, right? Going from the victim mentality to the victor mentality. I am doing it in my life right here, right now, like literally. And I chose to do it right here on YouTube, you all. Much love to YouTube for that. But in part 2 of this book, all right, narcissistic personality disorder, we'll go over to chapter 7, and it's called the health fallout of narcissistic trauma, CPTSD in narcissistically abused children. All right, and I just want to read the first paragraph to you all really fast because I have an end goal. All right. The fundamental experience of children in the narcissistic home is not being seen. Lost inside themselves and incessantly preoccupied with their own restless neediness, narcissistic parents are effectively deaf, dumb, and blind. That was kind of harsh, but it's real. The child in the room is not a person busy with the work of forming her or his own complex selfhood, but rather a blank screen upon which such parents, one or both working in tandem, project their inner drama. When narcissistic parents look at their child, they merely see aspects of themselves. If the child is frightened by a stranger, these parents see their own fearful vulnerability, become ashamed and angry, and reject the child. If the child builds a tower, the parents see their own skillfulness, feel proud, and take ownership of their child. In my mother's defense, narcissism is a, what do you call it? It's a trauma response, right? So a kid is in this really unhealthy situation and they develop narcissistic personality traits and in some cases, unfortunately, the disorder, okay? So, 32 weeks today, y'all. I'm not going to kid you. I have been focusing clearly on the poor, clearly on the drinker. The trauma, those things have kind of taken care of themselves just on a preliminary sense where it's like, dude, I love my mom despite her shortcomings. My mother, like 2 weeks ago, she got her second grandchild from my baby sister. I still don't have any yet, right? And I'm grateful for that because I want to one of my biggest whys of putting down the bottle and healing my trauma is I wanted to connect with another woman, right? Fall in love, make more babies, and that kind of thing. Right at 18 years old, out of the gates, I didn't want any children. I definitely don't want a wife. What do I need a wife for? I don't want any children. I had the game all wrong, okay? But so is life. We grow and we mature. So the biggest key that I am using, okay, to heal from the effects of growing up in an abusive home and developing CPTSD, something I would have argued tooth and nail that no, I don't have that. But when you look at the facts, it makes sense. Meditation, you all. Meditation. Meditation is something that I've used in the past for a lot of things, but what I'm beginning to do is calm my nervous system. Okay? So I just wanted to make this video because I listen, if you watch this channel, I said I was going to stop drinking. You watch me fall 100 times at least. Maybe not that many. I know I did in real life, but so far as videos on the channel, you saw me say, "This the last one. This the last one," and we'll never know it's the last one, right? Keep coming back to the channel. I'm telling you, it's done. Like I was then, except now, 32 weeks, y'all. What is that like? 7 times 32. What's that like? 224, I believe. 224 days. And I don't even care about the days, y'all, because again, remember this, without desire, there's no temptation. So once you know that desire is gone, you free, baby. Just don't look back. If your wife get pregnant with quadruplets, if your mama and your daddy depart earth, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm telling you. But I have my data not to do it. You got to get yours, and I'm here to inspire you to do that. So where do we even begin? There's so many types of meditation. I'm going to just tell you where I'm going to begin from experience. Anna Runkle, who I shared with you, the Crappy Childhood Fairy, has done phenomenal work in modern day on this topic. And she has a daily practice where you journal and you write. That's a little, it's not complex for me, but I know that when you want to start something new, you want to take baby steps. We don't want to just shoot out like a rocket. It's not very sustainable. You want to take baby steps. So one of the meditations that I really enjoy comes from, I call her a mentor. I've never been personally mentored by her, but I have invested in her courses. And her name is Mary Morrissey, and she's awesome. And she has these meditation. It's not even just a meditation. It's like a course and program. And if you can see here, the first one is called The Power of Forgiveness. That's the one I'm certainly going to start with. You also have The Power of Gratitude, The Power of Purpose, and The Power of Self-Confidence. Mary Morrissey, if I'm not mistaken, was a minister, right? And she's worked with the Dalai Lama and things like that, but she believes in the blood of Jesus Christ, like myself. So I take a liking to her because it's very oriented in the God of the universe. Okay? We're not going to get on that topic, but the God of the universe, right? Bam. And as I said, they're courses. So if you can see, these are the actual printouts. And oh, well, looks like I ripped that one, no biggie. And then you got the meditations, and there's also like plenty of space to journal, etc. But they're not very long, right? Anywhere from, the way it's designed is to go over the course of 5 days, and you do one meditation each day, but ideally to begin to calm your nervous system. Because what happens is, and we'll save for another video, is just your amygdala. It's overstimulated, it's overreactive. So as we embark on this journey, just to slow things down, and I'm gonna slow them down with meditation. I've got that alcohol out, you all. So the anxiety and the cortisol and the stress that comes after the drink, we have to remember, alcohol is a depressant, you all. You get stimulated for a little bit, but then you get depressant for a lot of it. It's just like the casino. It's gonna take way more than it ever gives. So welcome back to Trauma Drinker, you all, and that's my message for today. I'm so excited about just the changes in the world. There's a lot going on, and here we are. We're still kicking on the topsoil. So much love. Check out some other videos and check out the description below, and we will keep growing. Thanks so much for your time. Until next time, much love.